Are we live? I hope we are. And then there is no slideshow going on right now, even though my CPU is probably hating me right now. But I searched and I haven't found an answer again. So it's great. I love getting no answers for my problems. I already attached, like, because I have two graphics cards, and I've already attached the better one to OBS, so in hoping that the card that I'm using for gaming regularly will be going. Welcome to the stream. How is it going on the stream? Faster encoding settings again. I now say encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. I'm already using faster preset. What are you talking about? How is the stream looking? Is it okay or is it the same as it was? Yeah. So I hope that this will help. I changed my output settings again. And I hoping it's better. Like, I see that my CPU CPU usage skyrocket to 80%, but the frames are around 50s up to 60, so it's not bad. I will see how it will go when I will actually start waving my hand in front of this camera. Oh my god. 2024 is not starting well for me. Not at all. What the heck? Encoding overloaded. I'm already using the encoder that is made for AMD graphics card. Because I have the AMD graphics card, and this is the only setting where my OBS actually wants me to stream, lets me stream. So I have absolutely no idea what's happening. But hey, if it's good, then it's good. I will hold on with having no music today. And yeah, we will try to do something. So, as I mentioned, yeah, pray to the tech gods of Evermo to prevent me from lagging, drop frames, and most importantly, stop breaking my stream. to quote the classic. Yeah, so how are you doing there, sir? I hope the stream quality is much better, despite getting warnings of having encoder overload. I have no idea what encoder. Should I install something? I have no idea. I wasn't installing anything like since I started streaming, so I don't know. Maybe something changed in the year of our Lord 2024. Or whatever. But the bitrate is good. Right now I see the bitrate is pretty stable within the boundaries I set. So that's fine. A bit sleepy. kind of same. Like the weather in Poland right now, it's like very, like it's raining, so it's like this like kind of winter that she would rather like absolutely like sleep in rather than, you know, have to go outside. But yeah, but how is it going with the stream? Any feedback right now? Because Chireda mentioned that there was a freaking slideshow just like 15 minutes ago. I had to stop the stream in the middle because I couldn't bear myself to have my stream lagging in 160p. Yeah, same here, same here. We had some snow, you know, with some like disruptions to the traffic, you know, regular, you know, snowy, regular snowy weather shenanigans because the road service keeps forgetting that, you know, there is snow in the winter. So it would be nice to, you know, prepare some trucks in advance with salt and sand to sprinkle over the streets so nobody would get hurt, you know. And it's working because 960 is my current like go-to when it comes to video setting. Please tell me it's working because I can't bear myself with the I can't bear with the thought that I messed something up and my whole streaming settings are borked. It's working! Yeah! Should we risk and try putting up the music? I need to say, this kind of 720p 60, I'm taking it. Okay, I will take it. I watch my YouTube videos in 720p either way, so yeah, I'm taking it actually. But yeah, what I said at the beginning of the first stream of today, that was an absolute luck fest, is that you see the title of the stream, My Toxic Relationships with Acrylic Paints. And the thing is, like, it's a bit clickbaity title, you know? But when I think of myself and working with acrylics, it's like, it really is like toxic relationships because we keep breaking up, coming back together, and then something is not working, and but nobody wants to truly let it go. So yeah. So yeah, it's really toxic. And this picture I painted, I think I started painting it actually on stream, and I was struggling with mixing this red, as I remember, but I wasn't happy with it. I started in 2020, I think, painting this. I wasn't very happy with it. So I'm repainting this because this is supposed to be a gift and I want the gift to be, you know, better than this. So yeah, I'm using acrylics back. Let me put some maybe impasto. Try to build up a little bit of some like clouds edges. I mean, on stream it looks nice, so I'm taking it. If it looks good on camera, I'm taking it. And this is my biggest brush that I have. Oops! You can tell that I'm not used to work in that format, in that size. Because this is the biggest brush, the biggest flat brush I have. Oh, Nina. But yeah, finally I can talk. I can talk and yeah, and tell about, because last stream it was also a lag fest, so I didn't feel comfortable talking about something that I wanted to save and share, you know, for the future, because you know it was such a laggy mess that I did not want it to. I don't want to keep it this stream actually, even though, you know, some things were mentioned that might be important, you know, like my new streams, like my stream schedule and plans and stuff. But I think it's good. It would be one of those streams I won't be saving. So things will be changing on the channel. No, well, first off, I will work on the revamp of the channel banner, a little bit of tweaking for the overlays and for my avatar. This will happen. And what next? And more topic-oriented streams that will happen every month. So, for example, you would know that every second Thursday of the month will be, for example, Minecraft streams. So if you're interested in that, you will, you know, tune into that. Or that every first month, first Tuesday will be me working on my comic. So if you're interested in that, you will tune into that, you know, that kind of streams. That kind of deal. So yeah. So I'm also right now, as you see, using my gifts. Well, first off, in here I have my pop filter with my mic, which hopefully already elevated the audio experience for you. And right now I'm using my arm. So my webcam is now showing this instead of, you know, sitting on my windowsill. Yeah, this paint was in a bin for a long time, it feels. Yes, 21st century, finally. After 24 years, there is 21st century on the stream. Already. Only 24 years too late. This paint looks like poo. Like, no, really, this paint, this brown one here, looks literally like poo. It's like, you know, there was a reason that it was in discount bin. Like, oh my god, it's so freaking so grainy, even. but I don't have the patience to mix in brown right now. So yeah. So how was everybody's New Year's so far and New Year's party so far? Because mine was good. Like, I haven't been to a party where I really forgot about the passage of time. Like, for real. Yes, Jiradan knows what I'm talking about because yeah, it was Jiradan who invited me for a tabletop party. Tabletop themed party, so we were playing some tabletop games together, and it was all nice. And there was a raffle, that everybody who came to the party was automatically, you know, uh, mm, being admitted to the raffle. One of the incentives to come was that, hey, if you come, you might get a board game, in return. And yeah, it might be the beginner's luck, but yeah, my ticket was my ticket was selected, actually. So yeah, so I actually won a board game, which is great. Okay, I need to admit, this paint not that bad. When I put some water and I actually smoothed it with my palette knife, so it's more manageable and less poopy. It is actually a nice color and absolutely helps with, not having the need to mix brown from scratch, because this takes a lot of paint for me and a lot of tries, especially since I can't open my magenta tube. And my dad is not here in my room at the moment, so I can't even be like, Dad, can you open it for me? I'm a strong, independent woman. I will ask no one to open my tubes. I will just refrain from using that color. That particular color. Look how I manage. Look how I manage. So yes, I'm going with absolutely different color for the background. I'm going more with the fields color, so very a color of, so it's more of a color of dried grass. Going to the white and then going back to the blue. And then we will see what layer will be next. Actually, I only just recently learned that when you use your acrylic paint, you should not use them directly from tube unless you want to have a very heavy gloppy coverage, that it is advised to water it down. And for me, water it down, but only a little, only till you hit a certain consistency, and only then they are you can have the best of them, especially if you want a smooth coverage, if you don't care about the texture or impasto of the of the acrylics, and I was like blown away. I was like, wait, I was using acrylics wrong the whole time, and this made me prompted to first off finish one of the set of paintings for my sister that I wanted to use, with acrylics. I wanted to paint with acrylics because it was also on canvas, on already like pre-gessoed canvas. So the only way for it to use was actually acrylics. And second, I want to try, like, I really want to give it a shot and not wing it, because probably what angered me the most about acrylics was the dry time. It was really fast for me. But thank you for coming. Well, I'm painting over it. I'm painting over it because I'm not happy with it. I painted it in 2020, and since it's for a gift, I'm not happy with giving it as a gift in that state. So I'm painting over it with knowledge I know now about acrylics, hoping to give them another chance, because acrylics are like my toxic ex that I've never had. That I keep coming back to them and can't let go. So yeah, but Mary, how are you doing? How is 2024 treating you so far? For me, it's been high of a Christmas, of a New Year's Eve party, but then I feel really kind of low. I don't know why. Usually I feel low before the New Year's, before or at the day of New Year's Eve, but this year I felt low after this. And it just makes me feel like a little bit, a little bit lonely and a little bit bad about my private life. But not bad about art, because I feel pumped, okay? I feel pumped. And if it wasn't for the fact that my streams were lagging so much, I don't know why, then everything would be fine stream-wise as well. But no, unfortunately, my first stream of the year was lagging because Nina wanted to try and stream in HD and it failed. And today Nina wanted to try to revert these settings to normal and failed. And this is my second stream today because I had to take a break in order to figure the stuff out. Yeah, tech issues were horrible today. I felt so bad, but hopefully everything is stable right now. Like, I feel slight frame drops when I'm doing like some very abrupt motions in here. But other than that, I see like stable 50-60 FPS, so it's good. I don't have audio right now because I don't want to overload my CPU with audio right now, in case it will... The audio will make my computer think that, okay, now I need to put everything into audio and not into video. And out of the two, I much more prefer to have you see the pictures in quality. But yeah, Barry, I'm using actually on my gifts from Christmas. I have a new mic with a pop filter, and I have this arm for the desk, so I can stream. Onto my desk properly and not put my camera on the windowsill. So yeah, so it's really nice. I feel so professional. I'm kind of faking it till I make it, and I jokingly say that I'm kind of a noob but with money that, but with enough money to get me some sort of, some sort of equipment that I don't know how to use. But yeah, but other than that, I feel really pumped. I actually have oh my god, on Twitter, I know you left Twitter, but on Twitter, there was a trend for bingos. And there was a 2024 art goals bingo, so I filled in one. So this year I will try to fill it in. I need to make a comment for that for this year. So everybody can like type in comment and check on Twitter what this bingo entails. Because there are lots of stuff, lots of versatile stuff like crafting, doing studies, doing comic work. Doing comic work and yeah. And also making gifts and fan art. So this is nice. Studying styles. Oh, Barry, I want to study your style. To learn how you make it so soft and, how do you approach it? And by trying to study it and emulate it, I will see if there is something I can use for my style. I'm not doing this to steal anybody's style because I am not that kind of person. But yeah, I want to. I really want to, because if people in the chat don't know Barry is amazing and sweet person, and her art style is so soft, so like wispy, and it's straight from a fairy tale, and like literal fairy tale and not the manga fairy tale. We mix a little bit of blue. So I can like go in here and try to marry these two colors together. So yeah. Right now I'm using only brush with water to kind of make a gradient out of this half. Okay, yeah. Okay, on stream it looks great. In real life, this patch I think needs to dry a bit more, because right now I feel I'm dragging the half dried paint, and it just shows the underlayer that I want to cover up. So yeah, okay. Let me. Oh, thank you, Barry. Like, absolutely. Like, if you need anything from me, absolutely hit me up. If you need like to ask what brushes I use, what layers in what, in what. My God, what's the in what order I use. I am absolutely, I will absolutely, share that. Okay, let me mix a color of like far green and start This is a nice shade of green. I think it will work well with the color scheme. Oh my god, wouldn't it be like amazing if people would actually learn like that? Okay, I need to for it to dry a bit. Yeah, now it would be nice if this paint would dry instantly. Yeah, it would save so much time. It would save so much hassle. It would save so much of your mental health. And yeah. Okay, now that I have everything here set up, my tea is actually here. So yeah. So yeah, so right now I need to wait a moment and I will put the same element on the opposite side, but first I need to wait for it to dry. You haven't seen this? This is Arimak from Jaden, from Jaden's merch. I got it like, my god, I got it when it dropped. So I don't know when it was, like 2 years ago or something. I really like this mug because it's freaking big. It's big. So yeah, while I'm waiting for the paint to dry, let me find my bingo card on Twitter. So yeah, it is huge. Oh my, like I really like big mugs because I can put a lot of tea and not worry about refills for a long time. And yeah. Twitter. Oh yeah, right now it's the @home/x. My god, stupid name. I will never call it X. Twitter was such a great name and such a great branding, which now they freaking gave up on. Which, from marketing and branding perspective, is a freaking, you know, shot in the foot. Yeah, my opinion. Okay, but there are some good news. I actually found out how to set up the charity. Oh my god, the charity auction. It will be held through Allegro, which is the Polish auction site, similar to eBay, and it will require registration in order to bid. Unfortunately or fortunately. But yeah, I figured that through this I will be able to host a charity auction that will go both, that will actually go one towards Ukraine via the Polish Humanitarian Act, and the other towards the was it through UNICEF Polska, UNICEF Poland? Probably, yeah, it will, but it will aid the children in Gaza. So yeah. Okay, bingo card. My bingo card is here. So if you will, so when I actually like take a pictures, buy frames for these pictures, and set up everything for the auction, I will absolutely like bombard you with the links to this when it goes live. And yeah, and if you want some original art from me that will go on a good cause, then absolutely follow me on all my social medias. My handle Nina Hach or Nina Hach _art is usually used everywhere. Yeah, it's usually used everywhere. So, but coming back to bingo, I wanted to put a lot of like more well, not a lot of, but I wanted to put some elements of learning how to do stuff and some elements of working over something that I started but haven't finished. So so there is like lots of boxes for various art studies: how to draw food, how to draw weapons, how to draw vehicles, how to draw certain effects, how to draw like what are the visual cues of certain genres of illustrations, some background studies, accessory studies, but also some like current projects like filling a sketchbook, new media banner, finishing chapter 4 Never Too Late, finishing Second Chance PDF, some crafting projects that I started haven't finished. So yeah, so it's a mix of all of this. So I already started on the bottom right, draw social media banner. And next stream will be comic thumbnailing stream, and stream after that will be, let me check. I wrote on my on Notes app on my phone. Yeah, and stream after and next week will be crafting stream. So I will be working on. I think it will be time to whip out the polymer clay because my mom wanted some magnets and some brand new magnets. And who am I to say no to my dearest mother? My family is crazy about magnets recently. Like, I don't know if you're also like, my family is this kind of people that will buy magnets from the place that we live in. Like, no joke, we have magnets from Poland and Warsaw, like, as if we were some freaking tourists, but no, we are the locals who just like magnets. And the most unorthodox a magnet is, the better. And my mom, dissatisfied with the lack of Christmas magnets, said, "Wait, Nina," said to me, "Wait, Nina, can you actually like make magnets with clay and just attach the magnet on the back?" And I said, "Well, sure I can." You know, so yeah, so next week I will whip out some polymer clay and we will, you know, sculpt something, like probably some like Christmas trees or something. I know it's past Christmas, but it's always Christmas in my heart, okay? Is this the good color? A little bit more blue is needed. Ooh, this darker shade is also nice. Wait, let me repeat this on, repeat it on the other side. You know what? I'm actually like kind of enjoying it. I feel like so, like it feels so different when you set up an easel and you actually like don't care about how messy your palette is or how much material you're using right now. Just, you know, sitting, looking at your reference, because I have a reference of a picture that, you know, inspired all of this, and I am just looking at it right now and try to dissect each of the layers that were put and trying to work from, you know, from back to front. So yeah, I think I will mix a little bit more blue, just a smidge more blue and more white. In order to make this further. Further, like trees, bushes, I don't know what these were, I think trees. And try not to drag my brush too much in order to not pick up the paint from previous layer. Yeah. Okay, okay. I see you. Let's mix a little bit of more green color. So I'm mixing a little bit more yellow and blue to that. And trying to... No, it needs more blue. It needs more blue. It is a bit khaki. More olive than green. I want to already build up more green. So let me put blue in here. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you mentioned that you needed to go to the vet with her. That something must have been with her eyes, but oh my god, from more than last year. I'm sorry. Like, I know that sight is not that important for animals, but I think it's more important for cats than dogs. I know when my dog, well, my first dog, he actually he didn't went fully blind, but yeah, it was, we could see like the fog around his eyes where he was already like 12, at this time. So, you know, we were like, we know because he was already like elderly. And so yeah, so it's so sad. And then, you know, I started reading what to do with pets who lost sight, and one of the most important things is to not change their surroundings, that they really rely on what they remember about their surroundings. So do not move any furniture around, or at least not super often. So I don't know how it is with cats, because, well, dogs have, like, I know cats do have better sense of smell than humans, but I think it's slightly worse than dogs. Have. I don't know, I haven't had a cat in my life. I'm sorry. I love cats. They are cute, they are amazing. But I have no idea how to take care of one. This color scheme is definitely something. And I'm not mad about it. Which is good. It is actually good that I'm not mad about it. Let me try and mix in a little bit deeper green. Will I do this? Can I do this? Can I actually mix in some non-emerald green? Okay, this is slightly emerald, but I think for the purpose of shading, it will be actually work well to introduce a bit of cooler color in here. Yes, please, Barry. Yes, please. I actually wanted to have like various foods, like sweet foods, sour foods, because oh my god, I showed it last stream how how well I draw stuff, how well I draw food, and showing some examples from my comic pages where I drew food, and it's like some people can draw food so nice and so appetizing. And here I am. Maybe it's depending on the line work that I use, or the fact that my style of drawing comics is slightly different from my style of drawing illustrations. I see how thick of a lines I'm using when I'm inking comics compared to other illustrations, and that when I draw my comic, I feel a little bit more confined into some frames. Like, okay, now do now flats, now shading, now highlight, and that's all. While you know, recently, well, when I'm doing illustrations, I have one adjustment layer, another adjustment layer, a little bit of layer to you know, to make the colors more warm, because I think this is something that I've seen that it's common, that people who draw food use very warm and soft like shading and coloring. Okay, Barry, I don't have Discord open, but I know that it will be here and I will save it on my disk, so, you know. actually one of the, I think the stream in 2 weeks will be traditional art stream where I will be focusing on studies. So I think maybe let's kick off this year with studying some food, okay? Let's mix a little bit of lighter green. My palette is a mess. I mean, this metal lid that I named a palette because it's very easy to clean and scrape off when I'm using acrylics. So yeah. Let's put just a smidge of light. Of light green. Yeah, well, usually I don't have problems with checking Discord right now. Chiradan knows it. Because Chiradan likes to send some memes during streams and stuff. But right now I want to not risk it with the stream settings and the fact that my Google Chrome might overload my CPU. And yeah, I don't want to risk it. Okay, so this is the far background. Yeah, this is like very easy to see Chiradan with, especially with older animals. Like if I recall correctly, you mentioned that Esmeralda is already like kind of like nearing being a senior cat. Oh, Barry, I'm so sorry. This is horrible. Well, she just became a daredevil, you know. Even though Daredevil was blind. Like, well, of course, it was because of being blinded by radioactive materials or other, like, pseudoscientific crap. But even though he's blind, he can absolutely, kick ass. Oh, also, Barry, I will show you something because I'm working on something behind the scenes which will count towards the bingo card. But this is something I also started and I haven't finished. And this is like, I found the papercraft model of a miniature drum set. So I'm making it. So yeah, so these are the legs for this floor tom. They will be in future attached like that. Oh, attached like that. And it will be standing, but until then I will need to, properly put some fresh coat of paint on top of it and actually finish. Right now I'm making a stand for the snare drum. So yeah, the stand, and this is the little snare drum with the equipment. I made it slightly more 3D by attaching some gems because it was pretty flat, and I was like, I will elevate this model to the next level. So I will actually use some some very cheapo gemstones on top of it. It will be covered in paint either way. And yeah, even like little this thing is supposed to hold and tighten, no, not the tighten, just hold the drum underneath. So it was like, you know, printed on the template, but I thought, you know what, let's make it 3D. So I used some thicker thread and some toothpicks and gems and beads to, you know, make it so it will be glued on like that when after I you know, put a fresh coat and paint over it. But until then I'm working on this, and then there will be 3 symbols with equipment and one oh my god, and one more foot pedal for the bass drum. Because yeah, I have bass drum. GG Nina for freaking spinning everything. But yeah, I have bass drum with all the equipment in here. But oh my god, GG Nina for spinning everything down. Oh my god. These parts are so small. I just hope that, you know, Milo won't find them and, you know, eat them. And I don't have any, I don't have actually any extra parts, so yeah, whoops. Oh, I thought that cats, one of the main, well, that cats do have good hear and smell, well, better than humans, but that their vision is good as well because of the you know, oh, cats can see better in the dark, you know, stuff. Yes, Barry, I wanted to do this IRL reference for so long. And I plan to make the other instruments too, like, you know, Damian's guitar, Romek's guitar, Felicia's synth. To have like real reference, but these are the priority because oh my god, drawing drums freaking hard. There are so many elements to drawing drums, you know. Like yeah, you could do it simple, like okay, make a cylinder, mark some like stripes on this, and you have a drum. But you know, when you look closer, each of these like stripes is like a little bit of, you know, part extruding out, and when you see that there is like a little screw and stuff, it's like so complex. It really is. This is why I had to draw the reference picture for the drums, for Ernest drums, at least from the front. And now I'm making the little model, which I'm happy that I found this model because it's pretty close to the setup that Ernest has right now. Well, Ernest doesn't have one cymbal, and he doesn't actually have the snare drum, this little one. But I think like it's a matter of me just taking this one part out of the set when taking photos or something. But yeah, but unfortunately they are. I made them in the 1:6 scale. I actually enlarged them compared to the model that was provided. So 1:6 scale is the scale that is used for like current most of the current dolls, like Barbies, Monster High dolls, the Ever After High dolls, Descendants. You know, they are mostly 1/6 scale, around like 30 centimeters high. So it would be good for that. Unfortunately, they don't right now, at the size that they are right now, they don't fit my Bodycon and Bodychan. Because I think Bodycon and Bodychan are 1:12 scale. So they are twice as small compared to Barbies. So yeah. So unfortunately, I won't be able to use them, but there are some like there is market for used dolls, or even like these crappy wood mannequins. You know, they are also like around 30 centimeters high, which makes it 180 centimeters in real life when you convert it keeping in mind that it's in 1:6 scale. So I can use these crappy wooden mannequins when I will need like to have like some size comparison, but I will rather find some. I really want to find some used made to move Barbie. They are so freaking well articulated, but they are so freaking expensive. Even used ones, they don't sell ones for cheaper than like what, $15. And when you compare like the prices of the used dolls or used dolls, even like Monster High dolls, which are more common but much less articulated, you can get used to like Monster High dolls for also with a need for TLC for like free even on on local trading sites. What I wanted to do, I wanted to open my reference. Okay, now I need to mix up the color for the wheat. So let me get the white. White will be the base. This is why I have the big jug of white acrylic paint, because I know myself that I will be using a lot of freaking white to mix everything. So yeah. But yeah, drums are super complex, and this is why I'm so happy that I kinda pull it off when I was making Second Chance the first time. At that I am pulling this off while remaking the Second Chance right now digitally. But the model will actually aid a lot more, and I now see how many things I just missed or didn't know about when it comes to the structure of the drums. So some retconning will be in place when it comes to me drawing drums in the future. But it's all for the better quality, to better the quality of the art. Okay, so right now I need the color of the wheat, which would be more. Now this is the moment where I wish I had magenta open. That I had my magenta paint open actually. Because I need slightly orange hue. This would be a good like hue, but I need slightly more orange. But yes, improvement hype. Oh my god, Barry, you can't believe. Like I am right now, I feel even like a little. I try to stop myself because I feel a little bit bad when when I'm promoting my comic. When I see how the first pages look like, And I know this is the sign of improvement, and the fact that I'm so proud with the pages on chapter 3, with the backgrounds on chapter 3, with the pages right now on chapter 4. How freaking great they look. But I look at the things, at the pages on chapter first, and this is the first thing that that people see, and it's not bad. It's like so different. Oh my god, this. I don't have any pliers in here. I actually don't have any pliers. Does my father have any pliers in here? I believe he said he has some equipment for modeling in here. With a strangely strange pen. Look at this pen. It's supposed to look like a wing? No, like a feather? Hashtag non-sponsored. I don't know where we... I don't know how I got this pen. But yeah, what a strange looking pen. Okay. But I'm looking for pliers. There is a permanent marker that was probably yonked from me. This is the extraction tool. Some more pens. No. I will need to ask about it later. But yeah, it will be so nice to have this magenta right now. So maybe at least do an underpainting with the paint that I have on right now, to even out these colors a bit. What's up with the paint right here? Ah, okay. I tried to do some like texturing in here, but I failed. And yeah, this is how it ends to be like independent woman. I need magenta right now and I can't open it. Just sadness. This is the tragedy in 3 acts. Like utter sadness. Yeah, yeah. At the beginning, I was like, I am an independent woman. If I can't open this tube of paint, I will work around so I will never use this tube of paint. But right now, I need this tube of paint because I need to progress with the art. And I need this stupid magenta. Where if I knew I will use the whole, because there is like very little of this paint in here. If I knew I will use the whole, I would cut it open. But I don't know, and then I will have absolutely no other like warm color. Because from this set, I would need to use the paint from other set. And I don't know how they will react. Yeah, I will probably just do this. I will prolong the stream a little bit due to the technical difficulties. I think everybody just needs a full non-stop 2 hours of me streaming. I have some scissors here. I have a craft knife here. And I have, you know, more heavy duty scissors in the kitchen, but if I'm already getting up to go to the kitchen, I might get up and ask my dad to open it. Actually. So no, I will try to use my uh uh use my scissors right now. Exactly. I will make a mess on my own. Honestly, I do the same. But it gets boring after a while. This is why I don't like cooking. Like, I need to watch it. I need to look at it to make sure it's not burning. Like, I can, you know what? This is sad because I could even make scrambled eggs without watching them because my whole family doesn't like the texture that I like. My family likes when their scrambled eggs are a little bit goopy, and I absolutely don't like it. Like, everything in my scrambled eggs need to be, need to be, oh my god. I don't know what's the word for it in English. When the proteins are solidifying. Yeah, well, I don't like it because I don't like goopiness. When I'm putting them on a bread, then the whole bread is soggy because of that. And nobody likes soggy bread. This is also why I feel like when I'm eating tomatoes, unless there is like a layer between tomato and bread, I won't put tomato on bread because tomato has lots of juice and makes my bread soggy, and this is a texture issue that I absolutely can't get around. So yeah. I don't like goopiness in general because then all my plate is dirty and these like juices from like meat or sauce from salad. If there is too much sauce, it just smearing all over the other compartments, and I don't like this. Everything needs to be separated on my plate. To which my family looks strangely at me because they think that this is like an issue of like they start thinking that, oh yeah, it's just Nina being weird. Like one day, and I don't know if this is probably a little bit TMI. but I think it says a lot about me and a lot about my mom. Because one day my mom said something like, you know, Nina, maybe you are autistic because you have some behaviors that, you know, in patterns that, you know, autistic people have. And mind you, I was never tested. I was never under any evaluation for that. So I'm like, well, if you say so, then I don't know. Send me, send me some to some evaluation or something. This would explain a lot, but also not explain everything because I still need to work a lot on myself from the human standpoint, with the autism diagnosis or not. But yeah, okay, it's time. It's time to get this sucker open. So this is magenta from Kohinoor acrylic color, and it is in here. So yeah, let me. Okay, the tube is actually pretty soft. I was worried it might be like less soft. Yeah. But when my mom says that it's, for example, that I don't like when I'm vacuuming my house, I always start from one spot and end at the other spot. And I don't like to go the other way around. Like, okay, right now I don't mind it because right now we have cordless vacuum. But when we had cord vacuum, I had a routine that, okay, I plug it into this socket, move in this area in this particular order, and then move on to the other area where I can plug to the other socket. So right now it's not an issue, but it was an issue. And my mom was like, "Oh my god, why can't you change your plans or anything? Like, I just don't like to go where I already was. You know, to change the scheme that was working." Okay, I ripped the magenta. Everybody, magenta has been opened. Let me just get a bit because as every like color, it's very overwhelming and now I don't know what to do with it. Yeah. I also think so, like, I don't know, when I hear about other, you know, right now with internet, you have, you know, you hear so many, you know, testimonies and so many stories of people who actually have autism and or on a spectrum, you know. So, and while some things fit, some things don't fit because, well, I don't know. At the same time, I feel I don't have that much of the life experience to actually see if there is something off when having a contact with other people. Well, I don't like doing, well, okay. Recently, I came to terms with uh, dusting off the furniture. This was something that, well, in our like setup, my sister would do, and I absolutely hated it. Which is great that my sister was doing this, because, you know, it was, for me, it was, dusting of the furniture for me is really pointless because the dust accumulates so freaking quickly, and it's just, you just barely, you know, you just barely wash, you know, wipe the dust and it's already there. And I also couldn't find like any, I don't know, maybe my technique of cleaning it is wrong, but I don't know if you also have that when you wipe the dust, some speckles of dust are still left behind, and if you try to swipe them again, you just put on more dust that was on your cloth. Like this is for me the bruh. I don't want that. They did not sign for that. So yeah, and I'm using just, you know, damp microfiber cloth with no other like additives. We used to have like some like cleaning agent with like shine in here, like for furniture, but it was like, I felt it was pretty much the same, if not a worse effect of just dust sticking more to this wet surface than everything else. But yeah, I hate dust. Like, honestly, the only thing, but I think it came more from like previous experiences rather than me being me. But also, I don't know if it can be like me being me. But I feel like sometimes I feel like I can't build relationship with people. Like, I feel a lot of the times I feel ignored when talking to others. Especially when I'm in a group. And sometimes I feel like there is like a lot of attention on me that I don't want, which makes me, you know, not pursue social interaction, but then I feel so freaking horribly lonely, and I feel like there is something wrong with me because I doubt that people, like normal people, feel like this. But I don't know if it comes from me being apprehensive about social interaction, or my mental uh, my mental illness speaking through me, or speaking, you know, coming in front of me to speak in my name, or what, or just me being shy and deal with it, girl. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so I was really like I shrugged. I literally shrugged because what am I supposed to say to that? Like, I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Like, I'm not. Right now, I don't think that me pursuing being tested will do or being evaluated do any good. Okay, let me now mix a little bit of orange. and then mix it with white to have like, I will maybe put in a little bit of this brown in here, yes, and get white. I need to take another palette knife because this one is dirty. Yeah. Even though, like, one might argue that, oh my god, if you live with this person for 30 years already, you should, like, know them, but, you know, there is. So I just literally, like, shrugged because I think that my struggles with social interactions come more from my mental health and my previous experiences with social interaction that may or may not like come into a circle when it comes to my mental health, but yeah. Because yeah, it's like this like cursed circle, like, oh, I feel sad, I will go to people, people hurt me. I feel sad, I will never go to people, I never go to people, I feel sad. Oh, I feel sad, I will go to people, you know, and it's this freaking circle, you know. It feels like this sometimes. Like I try something and it's like doesn't give, it's not giving me the effect I want, or like backfires. This is me with dating. Like I have these on and off urges to go out and meet new people only for only for, you know, meeting some people that I kind of wish that I wouldn't meet, because it would be like a waste of, like, they are nice people but I feel nothing. And I don't know if it's just me being picky or me being on the asexual spectrum. You know, with maintaining boundaries depends on with whom. Because I absolutely tend to overshare, but there needs to be like some uh, for me, I need to feel like some trust and sympathy for the person in order to do this. And when it comes to physical boundaries, I am very closed. Very closed person when it comes to physical boundaries. Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, I will let him take my hand and see how it is going. But when it comes to, comes to doing this IRL, I got cold feet instantly. Like I'm such a, I sometimes think like, I know I shouldn't be thinking this because this is negative thinking and I shouldn't think negatively about myself, but I sometimes feel like such a freaking basket case. Like there is no like that there is no like mm, solution for me. There is no help. That nope. This one is you know, destined to be alone because either freak stuff up or realize too little too late that, hey, I want to actually give the chance to this person, and that person since then moved on. So yeah. So I feel like yeah. I think I will mix a little bit more of this color right now because it's a good color. So let me get a bit more magenta in here. I wonder how I can keep more of this magenta more of. Like, in theory, I should put it in a sealed container and it should be still good. So yeah, so I will be working on this painting for sure, like during the weekend. Like, apart from working on the comic page for the week, because yeah, my comic resumes after holiday break, and my comic resumes after the break, and I also want to do the finish making my new channel banner and avatar. A little bit more white. Let's mix it, and I don't worry right now about the colors being uneven. I think it will work in my favor that I mix slightly different color each time I'm mixing the color. Yeah, but I think that I will try to go over it with brush and let it dry. So next thing I will do is work on the foreground elements. So yeah, so a bit of color, well, color being not even, I think it will add to the charm and make things a little bit natural, because in nature, nothing is even in nature. And yeah, and also I'm looking at the time, it's already 15 past 10, which would be which would be the time to end the stream. And then I need to clean everything. My palette, my knife, my brush. Because I need this brush. This is my biggest, this is the biggest brush I have. Like, for real, people. This is how small of a scale I work usually. This is the biggest brush I have. We're not counting hacky brushes, but I'm not using this ultra soft brush for watercolors on acrylic. Absolutely not. Oh yeah. They are pretty, but freaky at the same time. Nature is so, oh my god, okay. I was doing a little bit of sketching, you know, to finish off 2022, and I had like some prompts with various mushrooms, and I think, well, I rarely draw mushrooms, let's draw some mushrooms. And in this, like, some mushrooms were so freaky, and I'm just like, nature, what the heck? Why would you ever produce a mushroom that, you know, mushroom is just turning not organic matter into organic matter? This is what fungi do. Like, why would you make something like that? Because no joke, some mushrooms were so freaky looking. So yeah. So when you look up close at those, it's like, okay, IRL, okay, on stream this color is perfect. IRL is a bit too yellow, so I will let it dry and then come back to it like tomorrow and during the weekend to make it more orange, more wheat looking. Yeah. So, some, these are what freak me out, because for me mushroom is like, okay, the only not mushroomy mushroom that I saw in Poland is like, first one, the ones that grow on trees. Second are the chanterelles, which are like fairly common. They are pretty good in taste, by the way. But yeah, but the ones that look like corals, it's like, it puts my brain into the, I start thinking that you should not be here. You should not be here. What are you doing here? This is not your habitat. Like, why? Why would like some organism make very similar shapes when they are like so different from one another? You know? Like, you see in nature similar patterns appearing like in places that should have nothing in common. So something evolutionary must be encoded in the DNA, or this species, evolved from the same branch, which, well, if you think that we all evolved from one single-celled organisms that was like roaming the barren earth, like, then it makes sense. Ooh, that's interesting, and that's smart use. That's a smart use of that. Oops, don't bump this stand, Nina. And okay, so yeah, so right now I will end the stream right here. I need to clean around. I have so much stuff put out, and and yeah, and so much stuff to clean. So yeah, so in the meantime, I'll be working on this, working on the comic page and on my new channel banner, and this is the work I'm setting out for this week. So next week on Tuesday, it's traditional art time, and so yeah, so I'll be doing the studies, the first study towards the bingo, and drink water right away. I still have some tea here. And then on Thursday I will be crafting, so most probably I will be dealing with polymer clay, trying to do something nice. So with that, thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for watching, chatting, lurking, and spending some time with me despite the hiccups and tech difficulties. I really appreciate that all of you are here. So yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next stream. So goodbye.